So before we begin today's video, just a quick reminder, if you want to pop up to this location just after about 10 minutes after the game, up from the players' entrance, we interview fans, and they're not forced, the real opinions, real fans, talking about Mike Ashley, Rafa Benitez, and of course the match, and hopefully we get the 3 points. But pop up after the game and come and chat to us. Well, hello yous lot, how you doing? It's Ari. I'm back from my little adventures across the lakes. We're going to be talking, we've got two videos for you today. The first one is obviously now, we're going to be talking about the opposition, which is Watford, because it's a tricky game tomorrow. And later on, we've got Rafa's press conference as well. We're just waiting on that clip to be sent over from a man that we know who's in there. So yeah, let's crack on with it. So Watford, it's a really difficult game. It's how do you approach this, because they've got so many individuals that could win their game as well. Watford, if we look at the league table, are currently 7th in the minute, just 3 points off a Champions League place, which is an incredible start the season considering it's only 10 games in. But to be there after 10 games is incredible. Can they be after their 20 games? Could be there after 30 games, who knows? Because I feel that if you take away the top 6 clubs, you would think probably Everton should be 7th every season, but we've seen it last year. Burnley done it, so why can't Watford if they keep it up? So, you know, looking at the last 6 fixtures, let's have a look how they've been getting on. So, not great, it's hit and miss. Played 6, obviously, we'll always do the last 6 fixtures. 1-2, drawn 2, lost 2. The Spurs one, which you can see the lost on penalties in the League Cup, we class that as a draw, because over 90 minutes it was a draw. Conceded 9, scored 8 themselves, possible 7 points from 15, which doesn't make great reading, but overall, Watford fans, the Hornets will be absolutely out of the moon. They start the season sitting in 7th in the league. Injury news ahead of their game for them. Nathaniel Chalobah is fit to play. Deeney's having a fitness test today to see whether he can make it, and that'll be more dependent on their tactics. More on that in a minute. And also the likes of Yama will miss out. Unfortunately, his returning will not come back to St James's Park. Prudle and Cleverley will all miss out. Now, the key players when you think of Watford straight away is Roberto Pereira. He's back in the Argentinian side. Scored 5 goals this season. We've seen it last week and against Huddersfield. His great goal, a wonder goal, going past a couple of players. Half-hearted challenges, I would say, defensively, but an unbelievable goal. How does DeAndre Yedlin stop him? Because he comes infield, and I think, you know, you're going to have to double up. I feel that, because last season we've seen it. Yedlin and Richie got ripped apart down that flank and their 3-0 away win at our place. It's a difficult afternoon for Yedlin. I do really think that, and I think also he's going to need help, whoever's in front of him, whether it's, you would think it would be Matt Ritchie, wouldn't you? But that he is an unbelievable talent. Deeney and Gray, if they both do start, they missed last weekend's game. Well, they didn't start last weekend's game. It all depends if Deeney starts for me, because that's power and pace. Troy Deeney's already said that St James's Park is one of his, if not the favourite place that he loves to go and visit. On the right flank, you've got Gerard Deulofeu, who seems to be hit and miss, but on his day, he's got pace, he's got delivery, he's got trickery, he's got a great shot in him as well. So there's loads. And then you go in the centre midfield, you're talking Will Hughes has stepped up the Premier League nicely. He can't be that far off an England squad call-up, surely. And then you've got Decore, yet a score this season, but he was instrumental last season. I think he could score against Newcastle easily, because he's got that quality. He could go on, for me, play for top 6 side. And Etienne and Capoue as well. So Newcastle's midfield, the likes of Shelvey, Diarme, even if Key comes in, again, it's a difficult afternoon. What I feel on the positive Newcastle is how I feel that we can get at them is I'm expecting both fullbacks, they love to bomb on. So you're talking the likes of Holebas and Feminica, if I pronounce that right. They'll leave gaps in behind. So for me, what I would have is you need a runner, because what that'll do is that'll stretch Kabasele and Cathcart, assuming they both start. It'll stretch those 2 centre-backs. So for me, that's where you need a runner in there. You know, none of this Hoslu. I would have a runner in between there just to stretch them, because if the fullbacks are so far on, and you've got the 2 centre-backs. Yes, you've got Capoue and Decore sitting in front, but you'll want to stretch the 2 centre-backs. For me, I would have a runner in there personally. Who would you go for? Yoshinori Mutu, wouldn't you? A lot of people saying they don't want Jose Perez to start for a reason. So Grassa normally plays a 4-4-2 traditionally up top, but that depends if Deeney's fit. If Deeney's fit, the player, I think Deeney will come in and he'll switch back to that. But last weekend, he played a 4-2-3-1 formation in their great win over Huddersfield. Now, it's interesting because they play the 4th. If he does go 4-4-2, he plays at narrow. So you'll see Deulofeu and Pereira come inbound rather than hogging the touchline. They come in because they've got great technique. They can actually do it. They can come in and tuck in, and they can both shoot left or right. It's a weapon that they can use, and that's why the fullbacks bomb on. But if he does go to the similar team that he won last weekend, it was 4-2-3-1, and he went with Foster in goal. We know Yama, we know he's missing, so there'll be a replacement there. Cathcart and Cabasele were the two centre backs. Holebas was the left back. Decore and Kapui both sitting, and then you had the three of Hughes, Delafeu and Pereira in support of Isaac's success, who got his first goal in ages last weekend. That's a team he went with. Does he stick with the same team? Who knows? Maybe he goes, if Deeney comes in, maybe goes back to two up top. But whatever it is, it's going to be a difficult afternoon for Newcastle. We need a win, don't we? I know this is more about Watford. Just quickly speaking on a couple of things, Jamal Lascelles, if you want to see what he's been saying, he's actually spoke about Mike Ashley and about the protests as well. He's not in favour of them. If you want to check that out, it's on our second channel. Don't normally say subscribe. I'm not one of those people that begs for subscribers every single video. We don't do that. But if you pop over our second channel, you'll see it there. So give that a sub if you can. That'd be marvellous. But yeah, let us know what you think about Watford, and keep an eye out for the press conference later on tonight. See you. Bye-bye.
Call yourself a fan?
Well, we're about to put it to the test.
So that's one. Yep. Great counting. As two sets of Premier League fans face off.
We hate them, one. Don't get bitter.
To see who has the best football knowledge.
6 or 7. I was going to go with 5, to be honest.
It's all about the bragging rights.
I just want trophies. The only thing we'll win this season.
It's game on.
I can't believe we brought VAR into this.
Fan TV, call yourself a fan on BT Sport.